Hi, this is the Archetype message clarified with tarot for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Also, you could be a cross watcher watching this, and this could be for you or anyone who feels drawn to this message. So, with this reading, it's like it takes a deeper look at your subconscious and your thinking patterns and what's going on for you. So, I'm going to start right here. So, what I do is I pull a card, well, a card or cards, depending on what comes out, and for the self first, okay? Now, the self, you got the gem. So, what I'm showing, the gem is, it's basically what you're looking for. It's a gift, but it's also something that's within you. So you've been given something, you've been giving this gem, and it's actually what will bring you your ultimate happiness is this gem. Okay. And what I'm showing is that, see how it's like buried, surrounded by all this, like, it's like worms and grass. Okay. It's something that you have to find. And what I'm showing is that you've got, it's clarified by the World reversed and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So it's a thought pattern that it's like a lack. Where did it go? You have lack mentality is what I'm showing. It seems like there was something else I was going to say, so I'm looking in the book about it. Yeah, you doubt your potential. You feel like a fraud, like you're not good enough. You feel like you can't use this gift or have this gift because you're not good enough. You feel disconnected. It's from the world. Okay. So that's where I'm going to start, is with that gift. Now, the two oracle cards I pulled for the reading, they give us a clue to what that gift is, or that gem is that you contain. And I'm going to read them both, okay? Because the first one I got is magic. And I'm going to read that to you. So it's the symbol that represents infinite intelligence of the Great Spirit that makes up the fundamental fabric of the universe. We experience the evidence of this magic through synchronicity or meaningful coincidence. When magic appears, you're invited to see the world through the eyes of wonder and awe, taking on the innocence of a child who knows all things are possible. Infinite potential in the great mind, and you are being invited to call it in and recognize the dance of synchronistic events, signs, symbols, and omens given to you through the oracle of the ordinary world. This is a sign that Spirit is reminding you that you co-create your world in a sacred partnership. Your part is to dream, to intend, to watch the signs and that show you what the next action is to take. Right now, it appears that you are on the right track to make your dreams come true. Great Spirit is listening and acting on your behalf. Pay attention. Magic gives birth to miracles. Okay, so I'm seeing that you have the potential to manifest, like powerful potential. And it's even more powerful. You've got the owl. So you are someone who recognizes patterns, synchronicities, that others don't necessarily. Because the owl is the master of the night. You can see situations with perfect clarity, more so when it is dark, and you're able to discern truth when others are sightless. She helps you find your light, your lightness, and in the darkest moments of your life, and to embrace the night as your ally. Owl can bring you messages from the invisible world. She opens your ears so that you may hear the voices of the ancestors and you may acquire their wisdom and make it your own. The invitation is to look around you, notice every detail, and find the hidden messages brought to you by the owl. Do not shoot the messenger. Be grateful to the friend who shows you have not wanted to see until now. Observe all facets of the diamond without judgment. Remember, the facets you dislike are often mirrors of the parts of you that you do not want to recognize. Do not be afraid of the truth, as it will become your compass. So what I'm showing then is not only are you someone who can manifest and see synchronicities in your life, but you're highly intelligent and you recognize patterns, as well as you are someone who can see things that others don't see. Like maybe you're someone who specifically, you're someone who has seen ghosts or spirits or things maybe as a kid, saw visions or things that others didn't see. Maybe you heard things others didn't hear. Different stuff like that. Like this is what I'm seeing here, and you may have even been able to make things happen and you're not quite sure how, or known things ahead of time. Okay, I'm showing these like extra sensory abilities that you've hidden, actually, and I'll get into that. So what I'm showing is in your subconscious, you've got the siren. The siren is like the seductress, okay? But what I'm seeing this as is that you're being called, like there's like a siren blasting in your ear, basically, to wake up. Because you've got all this potential, this gift, this gem right in front of you, and look where you're looking. You've got all this up here and you're looking at these 2 spilled cups of sadness, okay? And it's being offered to you, but you're being called to wake up. It's clarified with judgment. Judgment is a wake-up call, and it's also second chance, rebirth. It's like the resurrection. That's why it's called judgment, okay? The phoenix rising from the ashes, okay? And you're being called basically to be this King of Wands, which judgment, the King of Wands can be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries if you're dealing with any of those signs. But the King of Wands knows what he wants. He's passionate about it and he takes action on it, okay? And this is what I'm showing in your subconscious that you might not be aware of, that you're being basically blasted awake, okay? And in your subconscious, you are the mystic. Let me pull the book up. I mean, because it's like we kind of all know what a mystic is, but I want to see if they have anything extra, because the mystic is the seeker, the light worker, the dreamer, the remover of darkness, the visionary, okay? You're basically, you might have like a life path number 11, Master of Illumination, but that's what the mystic is. It brings light into the world, okay? And this is underneath. But you are, sorry, I'm like, keep wanting to pull out specific words from the book. I'm like, oh yeah, it said something really awesome about that in the book. You've got clarifying the mystic. You've got the 7 of Cups, which I'm going to pull out. The 7 of Cups, and this talks about illusions, but mainly this is like you've got all of these options. You're a highly talented person with all these options, and so you have a hard time acting on any of them because you don't know what to do, like which to pick, which to decide. So you might be seen as lazy in some ways, but you're actually not. I'm showing you might be a bit of a workaholic. There's other things that could be, but anyway, but I'm showing that you have a hard time knowing what to do because you have so many abilities to do a lot of things, and you like doing a lot of different things, so you do nothing. So if that makes sense. But I'm showing that you, part of your indecisiveness and inability, like confusion, is because you actually have too much in your environment that's cluttering your ability to make a decision. Like you need to be alone somewhere where you can reconnect, because it's stopping your abundance. And it's your environment, but also I'm seeing mental clutter from some things that we're going to get into as well. But you need to be able to get by yourself so that you can clear the mental clutter. And that's like really taking a look at it, not escaping it. But I'm showing that once you do, if you are to get alone in your environment, you got the Chariot. And the Chariot is like taking charge of your own destiny. This is momentum. This is like, the Chariot is like you decide you're going somewhere and you lead the direction, but you have all of this power. It's like, what is it in this kind of weird creature? This is the Starman deck based on David Bowie. But anyway, there's like this creature that pulls you forward. Like you don't have to do this hard ass work that you think you have to do. You don't need to, because you've got this gem and this gift to use. You just have to hop on and say, go this way. Now, part of the reason why you're not is because of what we're going to look at in the past. So, the womb is like, represents the womb of a mother, and it's basically what nurtures you. Okay? What nurtures you is this collaboration with other people. But I'm showing that in your past, like you didn't get the collaboration. You actually were alienated. I'm showing that you felt like people didn't understand you, and they may not have. Like you may have been called like names as a child, like crazy. Maybe, or you were just afraid to show yourself, and so you would hide by not saying anything or not doing anything. You may have had intuitive things happen or seen things, and you just chose not to say anything or do anything because of what others would think. You felt alienated from them. This also can represent a Virgo if you have anything to do with a Virgo. Okay, so now we're going to get into your crowning energies, and 4 cards came out, 4 archetype cards, and I clarified them. So the first thing I'm showing is that you are like basically called to be a leader. Like some type of like inspirational type leader in what, however big or small. Okay, but you're an inspiration for others. You bring light into the world, like a light worker. Okay, is what I'm showing. But you are trying to gain perspective right now. You're trying to see which way that is that you're gonna go. Like you're right now, you're just standing up here, looking out, trying to decide, because you're in that cloud of confusion with all kinds of choices. Okay, and I'm actually showing that you know, you need that alone time. You need something away from your environment of like, I have to do this or I have to do that. You need like a vacation by yourself is what I'm showing, okay? But once you do that, I'm showing that collaborating with people who are like-minded or have similar visions or goals is actually going to help you go in the direction that you want to. Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting. Why do I keep forgetting? I'm like, what? What's the crown again? Okay, yeah. Those are your abilities. Okay, so this is what you contain. You basically are the crown. Okay. This is the gem coming out. Okay. Because what I'm showing is that this person is a clairvoyant. They're intuitive. They are, what else is it that they are? Yeah, they're a sage. They have psychic abilities. Okay, I'm showing that you contain these abilities, but you are guarding them, like you're afraid to take the journey with them. But I am showing that you're going to. But you've got the Six of Swords reversed and the Nine of Wands reversed. So it's like the Nine of Wands with the upright is like boundaries, but I'm showing that you're like putting walls around it so that you can't use it. It's like you're afraid. You're afraid to go on this journey with it. But it was like given to you for a specific purpose. And I'm showing that part of the reason why is because of this heartbreak, this lack of collaboration, or like maybe you were relationships that broke down. Okay. I'm showing that you need to heal your heart. You may have had someone who's very manipulative with you in your life. This can also be an Aries if you're dealing with an Aries. But I'm showing that basically it's like you've got all this pain that needs healed. And we've got the river clarifying it. And the river smooths edges. So a lot of the pain and stuff that you went through, I'm showing that like there was a purpose for it. And the purpose was that you had these edges that basically needed smoothed over, okay? You could have been really out there, or you could have been really in there. Like, it's like you needed to have those edges eroded away, whether they were rough edges poking out or whether it was like you were trying to hide behind the edges, okay? But I'm showing that healing your heart is going to help you find that gem that's within you. And you have so much anxiety is what I'm trying. Like, you've got a lot of anxiety about doing this, about going down this path. Like, you're not going down it because you're so anxious ridden with things to do. But you do have this in the future. Actually this is on your mind, the castle. It's like you want to have financial material stability, like, and not only that, but the castle's like the penthouse. So you want all the nice things and the life of like luxury basically. But the castle's a tricky card because it has two sides to it. Basically, if you don't smooth over those edges first and you get the castle, then you're going to misuse basically the castle. Because it can be a trap or it can be freedom depending on how you use it and how free or trapped you are before you get it. So if you want to have the castle and actually find peace and joy and love there, you have to find the peace, joy, and love and the freedom in where you are right now, even if you feel this trapped, because I'm actually showing you feel trapped over here. Okay? And it's all in your head. I know that sounds, I'm actually showing you're either trapped in lack or trapped in needing to have more. And this is your venom. Okay, this is in your future. This is like the last step before you kind of hit the jackpot, I'm seeing actually. Okay, is clearing out this venom. And what I'm showing is this venom, the venom is feeling like you have to work so hard to have nice things. Like you could be very, you can be trapped in two ways, but it's the same trap. It's feeling like you have to work so hard to have nice things. And you can be trapped that way by not having enough, never having enough. You're always broke, so you always have to work that hard. Or you have a lot of nice things and it's never enough, and you have to keep working to have enough to enjoy all the luxuries you already have to enjoy. But either way, it's like this: I have to work hard and I have to do this to have what I need. Otherwise, I'm not okay. That's basically the mindset that you have. And with the Five of Swords, the Five of Swords is actually, it's causing so much conflict within you because it's not true. Okay? It's not true. It's not making you happy. It's making you feel weak with the Strength reverse. This also can be a Leo. This, if you're dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo too. But it's making you feel weak. And the Five of Swords is basically like cutting your losses. You have to cut your losses somewhere to get out of that mindset. And so it's like you need to examine where it is that you need to cut, what it is that you need to cut. It might be one of your multiple jobs, if you have multiple jobs, or there's somewhere in your life where this mindset has a hold of you that you need to cut out and like cut your losses, because it's actually going to bring a win for you. Okay? And I'm showing that this could indicate a marriage, but main energy I'm seeing here is this is showing me that you're committing to walking in your own path. This could be a Pisces, by the way, but I'm showing that you are actually going to get that time alone to go within, and you're going to find this gem in you. You're going to gain a new perspective and find this gem, and you're going to be committed to that gem, to it's like walking your own path. It's like no matter how poor or rich you are, you've got that gem, and so you're always going to feel abundant. Okay? But again, there's this fear that you need to overcome so that you can gain the right perspective. So if you do anything, like take a day off and get alone somewhere where there's no one that's going to bother you, or like you really need to go in and find it. Well, if you want it, I mean, I can't tell you what to do, but I'm showing that that's what you want, okay? But that gem is actually, it's something that's, you're finding that you're the creator of your reality, and that you can have whatever you want. This, and you actually got the Wheel of Fortune with it. This is abundance in whatever you feel like abundance, what abundance is to you. Like if you could imagine an abundant life, that life that's what you are going to create by doing this. So that is your archetype reading for today. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate it. And if you want a personal reading, you can email me. Also, there's an other information down below. There's a video link on if you want to know how the tarot works, which I kind of explain it in some of my videos, other videos, but there's one that explains how it works. And I will see you next time. Thanks, Capricorn.